What's up, gamers? It is I, the People's Machine, back again. Third time's a charm, bringing you some Dynasty Warrior 9 Empire, showcasing this game. And I'm going to show you a little bit about this game tonight. And please check this video out on the Gaming Roundtable, of course, is brought to you by Unpaid Gamers on YouTube.com. That's Unpaid Gamers on YouTube.com. You know the drill. Check me out. Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. And we're going to start this up. Now, it's going to be a little loud here, so I better tame the sound down a little bit. There we go. And we're going to do this. So music. A little bit less volume. There we go. Hopefully you still will be able to hear my voice, and we'll go with that. And this is Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires, using the Dynasty Warriors 9 engine, of course. And right off the bat, this is simply your main menu. You got your tutorial, your conquest mode, your edit mode, and your gallery. Your gallery allows you to see a variety of different officers. This tells you information about them, obviously, the different ones. There are well over 80 officers in the game, from well-known ones from of course, all the mainline series characters do show up. You do have a variety of movies if you want to watch the movies and see the different things. You do have events, as you can see here. Where your characters can get married, meditative game, and all the different things you've unlocked as you play through the game. If you want to see some of that, you do have a variety of wallpapers, and you can check these out. The different characters, if you want certain characters to show up in the background, like if you want Zenji, you can do that and hit set, or just set one, and they'll all kind of show up. If you want to see them, you can hit the X button if you want to see who you would like to see, again, show up in the background. You can do like her, let's see here, we'll do that one, and this kind of helps with the, like just if you want to see certain people, and I do kind of like that aspect of the game for sure. That you can have these various characters that show up, and it's better than just a blank background for sure. So we'll set that up. We'll set different ones, and so we got different ones here. Other, you have Fio-chan, and then we'll do Surong, and then we'll do What's on Dongbai, and then. And go from there. And then once you're done there, again, you can check out the different characters. If you would like to view one of them, for example, you can check out the character models. Something that the games typically let you do. So you're just kind of right now waiting for them to load. The models are very nice. A lot of reflectiveness on the armor. They did a really good job on the way the characters look, and the details are pretty high there. Certain people you can get other costumes for. We're going to go back now. Edit mode, which is a staple of the Empires series, allows you to create characters. And the create a character actually is the same created character that is used in Neo 2. Omega Force helped develop Neo 2 along with Team Ninja. Was it Team Ninja? I gotta remember. I don't remember if it was Team Ninja that helped develop that. Let me see here. I'll pull it out real quick just to see if I remember who made it, or was it Omega Force and Team Ninja, or was it? Sorry guys, I just gotta find it real fast. It's somewhere around in here. These games, my Neo 2, because I was playing it earlier this week. But they're in here somewhere. Let me see. Yes, Neo 2 is Team Ninja, and Omega Force helped with the development of it as well. And so the creative player is definitely Neo 2's. And it's funny, going back and playing Neo 2 and starting over, I looked at the characters going like, yep, that is the same models. They have the same hairs, the same basic design as all of them. And I think that's great, which gives you some really nice looking characters. This is my character Feng, and I made him. and they do a new layering system where you can layer the armor and the clothing that they're wearing. And you can actually now do like custom colors with a palette, which is nice. Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires didn't do that, so sometimes when you would like to have darker shades of colors for things, that just was not the case. My first character I created was female. That's Taria, and she was a character I created in Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires, and this is kind of like my version of her in this game. And again, very, very well done on the character design. The much higher detail and graphics fidelity thanks to using the Neo 2 thing. When you start to make a character, you do start with a base and a name, and you can actually choose a template. So you have these different templates. Some of them are a little weird, like this panda dude. That's just weird. You can start with like a suit. You got this outfit, and this can be your base for your face. And you know, if you just want to make a quick samurai, this is like a native character, like from Naozong area. You know, you just can kind of sort of, you know, start out with a base template if you want, and you can do that also for female. They also have base templates, including again another weird, strange panda girl, the classic schoolgirl outfit. Again, same outfit here, which is unusual. And then of course you've got like a dancer style Dio-chan kind of like aspect, and you have like a kabuki, and it's really well, I mean, the detail here is really nice on the fur. Everything is so much, the graphics fidelity is so much better than the previous games, just because the armor, the faces, the eyes, everything is so much better looking. But I will say this though, about the creative player, just to kind of show you some hairs too. Like there are preset hairs you can pick, and when you pick a preset hair, then you can choose a base hair based off that hair. So if I wanted to do like spiky, that kind of hair, and then I can change like the back, so I want the back bigger and open, see, I can do that. And so it lets you have a lot of customization. But the thing about it is, when you get into the costume and armor, for example, your armor here, you do have different helmet types, or let's say chest type, but there is only 12 types of armor. Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires 8 and 7 Empires and 6 Empires, there was a little bit more choice. I think this was because they had put so much emphasis on, you know, because the creative player is like much more advanced thanks to using Neos. And you can also shine the whole armor exploring, and you can do like your costume top, and you can change, you know, type 1, type 13. So there isn't, like I said, a whole lot to choose from in terms of costumes and outfits, you know, which to me, you know, it's not a deal breaker or anything by any stretch. It's just, I wish they had a little bit more options per se. Sometimes you do get sometimes different patterns you can change up. That's all white, that's like black. I can change the top color if I wanted to use red. You do have custom colors you can save, which is nice. And you know, go black or green, or that's going to actually be her shorts. Then it doesn't change everything. So, and you can change the bottom pattern if you need to. Like that one is white with the gold, and sometimes it works a little better when it comes to that. And so again, the custom mode is very nice. They did such a great job on that. Even the default faces, you can make her really tall. You can do, you know, if you want to increase the weight on this person, you can make her a little bit thicker, or you can make her super thin, however you want to do it. You know, you know, do that. You can decrease, increase. So all the standard things that you see, there's eyeliner and eyeshadow and blush and face paint. And there's just a large, like, variety of... See, I can do face paint, change the color if you want to do more of a kabuki thing. There's just a large... Then you get into, like, your action and your abilities, and your action is going to be, of course, your weapons. And so you can put together a fairly, like, character very quickly if you just want to kind of jump in and play it however you want. You can play a villainous character. You can, like, if I just wanted to play with these here, like these with Sun, I can't remember how to pronounce her name. It's Sun Shengjiang, and it's just nice. You pick an action and you pick the ability type. If you want her swift, you can give her a title right off the bat. So again, you do have a lot of options just right off the bat. You can change your skin color, you know, make her darker, lighter, however you want to do it. You can make her, you know, so it is, again, same kind of thing that you've seen in the previous games, but much more advanced in its presentation here. And I do like the fact, and you do have voices you can change. You can test them out. So you do that, and that changes its actual, weirdly enough, it changes their stance. So you go back, and then of course you do have to name them. Let's go back into this base, and we're gonna do. Let's go back into the armor, and we're gonna do. I completely forgot that I've got. You can put. I don't want to do none there, but I want to change the arm type here and just kind of give her something different. We'll do that. We'll color it red. Why not? That sounds good. And then her leg type we're going to change too, and give her. I think, and again, sometimes you can change the arm material here. They don't really also. They don't give you a whole lot of boot options either, and that's kind of disappointing. I wish there was more to choose from, and there just isn't. And I'm actually kind of surprised by that. I wish there was more. There's not, and so you're just kind of like, I'm hoping that they do add stuff through DLC, but I'm actually surprised that there wasn't as much that they're adding here. So let's just kind of give her a name, and that way I can show you some of the combat and stuff and what all you can do in that. So we'll let's see here. We'll name her. Let's give her a name. We'll just call her. We'll just call her Lucy for shits and gigs. And now that I've got this character. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go up to 2. Yeah, we'll do this. And we'll hit finish. And you save. And you can make, literally, I think it's 50 characters. And you have, or more. Like, you have 5 groups. I think you can make 150 different characters if you wanted to. It's really nuts. And that's if you want to, like, play through the game and see all your NPCs show up more. That's what that's kind of about. So, we got that look going on with her. We're going to hit back. And a lot of times if you want to test out your character, you can go in tutorial mode and try to take over and play, like, check out her actions, an invasion battle, defensive battle. And I'm going to showcase these invasion battles before I go and load a game and show you the empires, more or less. But I want to show you some of the combat. So we'll hit invasion battle. And we're going to choose my new character. And you'll get to check her out while this loads. And again, I got my wallpapers now set up, and you can read about these officers. These are all real people that was alive during the Three Kingdoms period. The Chinese culture and the Chinese people wrote about it, thought all this turbulent time they had the astuteness to like, let's write it down because it's going to be historical, and so that's why we have these stories today. It's really, really unique in that respect. So we're going to go here. It's going to just, again, these are tutorials, so let's run forward. It also features all the music from the previous games, some of your favorite game music like Ultimate Pressure and a variety of others is there. So it's really nice, and we're going to go ahead and show you the battles. Alright, get rid of them. I'm going to go up here. This is the base. And you guys still take over bases and capture them. It's basically the same concept, which is nice, you know. So, and you're going to take out the numbers of people here, base captains, and take over stuff. And that's how it works. And they did change some of the combat, even though it is it's Dynasty Warrior 9's combat. It is slightly improved, and they've changed some things on it, and some of the combos, some of the stuff. And again, you're just, let's take over some bases, let's try to get this stuff. There's Lubu and his daughter. Oh. Gotta get out of there. Very nice. Keep showing guys showing up there. That's just, those little circles are just arrows that they're raining down from the castle. In 9, you could just basically go straight to a boss and just basically win. He's just... take care of it. There we go. And to the over. So taking these rams over. Like I said, the combat is really fun and frenetic. It is definitely, even though it has the same basic structure as 9, they did do some improvements. Now I gotta go. And you have, of course, combat objectives. And this is how the invasion battles will go in this game when you are doing invasions in the game, and you set them up when you're a ruler, or your ruler you're working for tells you it's time to do some invasions. And she's back. Yeah, you do have aerial moves to attack, just like you have in 8. So this base should be close to there. And your character will get, into the game, like elements you can add to your weapons. You will get better weapons and upgrades. That's just basically, it's very similar to the other games. It's just done a little bit differently. And it does still have the 9's open world thing going on, by the way. It's just, the thing about it is that unlike the 9, what differentiates it from the other ones, and there's too many freaking enemies. Now I got the base. Alright. Here we go. And see, I can't grapple up until certain things happen in the game. I'm gonna have to, like, my guys are really sieging the freaking tower. Before, they would just go and you didn't have to worry about it so much. You actually have to make sure these people are getting, like, you've got to defend it and go and take care of stuff. So it's, you do really make the battle change. And your character, you choose abilities like, it's sort of cavalry, archery, and warrior, and it's sort of a paper, rock, scissors thing on how well you're going to do either or. So now that we got that gate up there, I can actually go up there. It still has the grappling hook function like it does, and now we can get inside the castle. So you actually are doing true siege. Before, the big complaint was you could just jump into any castle you're taking over, go right to the last enemy, and just fight them, and you're done. You know, so like, and you took it over. And people said, and now I'm at a decisive battle, which means I am winning, because I got into the place. But you before had to, actually physically, you know, now you have to physically take the freaking castle over. And as I defeat enemies, as you see there, Lubu was much easier to defeat than before. And that's good. Oh. Let's see if I can, oh, crap, I fell down. We're gonna go in here and try to deal with Don's Road. He's over here somewhere. And I won. And again, to make a spot on, you see there's like dirt on her boots, dirt on her clothes. That's a nice little, again, carryover, but it's more prominent in this from 9. 9 had it, and it's nice to see that. Those nice little details. And just excellent, you know, all the way around. Great animation, the hair is flipping. Again, I love that. And that was just a sample of this is El Puro, how the combat is and how it works when you do invasions. When you actually are playing the game in Conquest mode, I can continue with the character I was playing as. I got Tarja and Fang, and there is auto saves. So if I want to play as, let's play as Tarja, and let's see what I was more or less up to. And I did kind of say a couple things that I didn't like was, even though the open world is there, you can go out into the world and traverse it all you want. You find things, but the only thing you can really do is fight bandits and fight animals. And you do get like supplies and gold from them as you fight them, but there's nothing else to do. And I think that was done to more or less try to get away from that. A lot of the open world was criticized in Dynasty Warriors 9. Even though on my previous videos I did state that unless you're playing Dynasty Warriors 9 as an open world action role-playing adventure game and you're trying to play it like a traditional Dynasty Warriors, then you're playing it wrong. But right now, since I don't really have as you can see here, I don't have a kingdom, or I'm not a ruler, so I can only do so much. But if you do decide to become a soldier, work your way up as a general, or start your own, recruit somebody and become a ruler, you'll get more things you can do. I can pillage villages, I can fundraise, I can serve somebody or move to a different location. I do not have diplomacy. I can train. There's no battle. I can't do any battles. Now, in the original Dynasty Warriors 6, 7, and 8, and I believe 5 as well, when you went to battle as a solo officer, it would say protect the weapons people, or stop the red tigers from evading. And you could do these little battles that help you earn gold, experience, and various different starred weapons, different tiers. They took that out of this game, and that's a little disappointing. You can also buy and stroll, and if I stroll to a city, this is where it takes you into the open world. Now you can go from city to city, town to town, meet different people. You can talk to people without having to go anywhere. But if I say let's go to the hideaway, it's going to load me into the open world, as you can see here. And they still give you the hideaway, so you can cook, and you can still, I mean not cook, but you can do the arranged furniture thing, so you can set it up how you want. So if you want to like put a desk, or there's a shelf of war records. So if I just kind of want it in the same, this is a holdover from Dynasty Warriors 9. So let's say I just want some war records in this corner. I can still do that. It does cost, but it's kind of neat that you can do all this neat stuff. You want a stove? Say, hey, I want a stove in here. You can do that. A wardrobe, an item shelf. There's a lot of things you can do to set up your. Here's Nanzon curtains. So now they let you put stuff on the walls. You can do, flags if you want flags set up. I mean, there's a lot to do with this, and I will admit it's really cool. You can change to a custom officer, a Muso officer. You can change the cost, advanced time. So things you can do that. You over here, like this person here, Sun Si wants to talk to me. So if I go and talk to him, it's going to load. Loading's pretty quick though. Oh, there is no English in this one like in 9. So he wants to do a vagrant force. And I'll just say, yeah, why not? And like before, you can get married, you can have children. So now that that's there, but as you can see, I'm in the open world. And if I go on the map, I can like go to the signpost. Interestingly enough, let's see, you still have your horse, and you can get other horses. But as you can see, there is no stamina meter anymore. That's been removed because it's, again, not focusing so much on that open world. These are people you can talk to and interact with. Like here's Sun Guan. And you can interact with them to build your, or try to recruit them. It gives you the percentage of how to, if you want to try to recruit them. Let's see if he knows. And he decided to join me. Awesome. He's an ally. And that increased his, like, loyalty to me. So if I want to interact with him, which is what I'm going to do. It's going to show us eating a meal together. And again, shows your companionship level go up. And that's it. Over here is a, well, the signpost. And what the signpost is you can try to find people and try to put on the signpost that you're looking for particular officers. So we put him on there. Some of these are not as you can see, like named characters. So I try to just get the named characters, and if I put that on a signpost, a day or two later I come back here, he'll show up and you can try to recruit him. So neat little thing you can do in the game. We're going to go on this way. Now if you go into the open world, you see these dots and animals. This is where you can, I'll show you that too, where you can do combat in the open world, but let's see. Here's these guys here. You actually still have your bows and arrows, and you can attack them. You do shoot them a lot quicker than you did in the previous game. See, and I'm getting a little gold and stuff doing that, but you do this, and the weapon I'm using is great. Like, it's so, everything is so well animated and really cool. Everything looks great when you're playing the game. Ice element freezes everything. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, all that gold I just got, which is nice. It's only 2 gold, but it does add up because you get it so quickly. You just, like I said, you can, in the open world, you can just fight bandits and stronger creatures to get various. I just love the animation. It's so good. Look at that. That animation is great how she was spinning around. Look at that. That's awesome. And this is one way to increase your general character's experience and gold and supplies that you can get. And the game is weird because it's like you already have max stamina, like in 9. And while you can still explore the entirety of the open world, and you see these little places here, and you can discover them, but it's just really, again, like, there isn't anything else to do, and so they removed a lot of the things you can do in the open world. So once I'm done with that, I can finish the stroll, and it will take me back to the base that you start out with. And it's going to show a cutscene. So now that I have a vagrant group, and I'm the leader of said vagrant group, there's a war council, and then you can start doing things like, let's say, human and domestic, and then you can, I can interact with an officer 3 times, perform training, pillage, scout, recruit people, and increase rations. So let's do increase rations, and we'll do training, which I gotta do twice, and you have 6 months to do it. And this is where the strategic stuff comes into play. They both want to, they're in agreement, so. And while I have more things I can do, these little stars kind of basically just tells you how, and these are your reputations that you can raise. which gives you titles in the game. So it's going to tell you the months until next War Council. So again, I need to train one more time. Now I'm level 11 doing that. Level 3 is Brave, which affects your stats. So now I got to increase my rations. So what you'll do is you'll go to domestic, procure rations. And then, again, you'll just do this to complete these objectives. And I did it. So that was the Small Kingdom objective. And one of my own guys, was able to recruit somebody, so I'm going to say yes. And that increased my relationship because I accepted it, so we have a third person that joined. And again, I can do an evasion, but I'm really not strong enough to do that. I can rest, you got your commands, fun raids, human affairs, I can serve, I can exile one of my people. As you move up into leadership, you'll have more and more that you can do, hold banquets. And that's your general look at the gameplay and combat and different things that you can do in Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. Now, I absolutely love it. Other than taking out those small battles that you could do in assassination missions and stuff that was in 8 and in 6 and all that, and the open world being less focused on, so there isn't a whole lot to do, which they may end up changing that later, and it could change. So we'll see what ultimately happens in the end. And that's your basic Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. When you do become a leader and you capture bases, you can actually, have people serve you. If they say no, you can release them, execute them, which is something that's been a feature in the game. And it's all about unifying and reuniting China under your rule. And if you make a whole bunch of creative player, you can set it up at the beginning that your creative players show up in the game world. So you can recruit your own people, you can marry them, whatever you want to do. So it's really nice. They did a really good job on this version of Empires. And I definitely recommend it if you are a Dynasty Warriors fan. I love it. It's a great game series. I definitely high recommendation on my end, and absolutely you should check out Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. As a matter of fact, there is a demo that's available, but the only thing it will allow you to do is the tutorial, and it does offer the edit mode, and you can make your own character and do the tutorial, but you cannot carry over your save data, and that's just kind of something that I was surprised they didn't let you do. Well, this has been Dynasty Warriors 9 Empire showcasing this game. I hope you, again, subscribe to Unpaid Gamers on YouTube.com. That's UnpaidGamersYouTube.com. If you have any suggestions or would like to see me play a game or have any questions, you can reach me at GamingRoundtableUPG@gmail.com. That's all one word. That is GamingRoundtableUPG at gmail.com. And please check out Posthuman Guy. Again, he is going to be doing some cyberpunk gameplay for you, I believe, on the PS5. And check out Ban Losses videos as well for that Apex Legend gameplay. And this has been another good episode, a great episode of the Gaming Roundtable. And we will see you on the next episode of the Gaming Roundtable. And as always, gamers, good gaming.